Good morning everyone. Welcome back to your online class. I hope you all are doing fine. Today I will be teaching you English literature and we will be starting off with chapter 9, The Adventure of Pinocchio. We are going to read about a puppet who was named Pinocchio. Please take out the English literature book, that is Ace with Esther, and please open page number 68. Kindly open page number 68. Okay. Bacha, I will read and you please try to read along with me. Fine, I will read for you. You put a finger on your book and try to read along with me. On page number 68, we can see there is an old man. There is an old man and a little puppet over here. He is a puppet boy over here. Now let us read about it. Once upon a time, a little old man named Geppetto got a piece of wood. He decided to make a puppet out of it and call it Pinocchio. Geppetto set seriously to work to make the hair, the forehead and the eyes of the puppet. Once upon a time, there was an old man, there was quite an old man, and he found a piece of wood. He found a wooden piece. And what did he do after that? He decided to make that wooden piece a puppet. He decided to turn that wooden piece into a puppet and call that puppet Pinocchio. He decided to name that puppet Pinocchio. Geppetto set seriously to work to make the hair, the forehead and the eyes of the puppet. He set seriously to work. He worked very hard to make that puppet and he started making the minute details like hair, forehead and the eyes of the puppet. He noticed that the puppet's eyes moved and then stared at him. Seeing this, Geppetto asked, "Big wooden eyes, why do you stare so?" There was no answer. What happened next when Geppetto tried to make the eyes of the puppet? He made the eyes, the forehead and the hair of the puppet. The wooden eyes started to stare him. But what is staring? Staring is when you look in one direction or you look to someone without blinking your eyes. In your book, there is one definition of staring given to you in this box over here. You can see this. Right. Stare. Look at someone or something with eyes wide open, which means when you're looking at someone or you're looking at some person with your eyes wide open, you're not blinking your eyes, that is staring. Seeing this, Geppetto asked the wooden puppet that why are you staring at me? Why are you doing so? But there was no answer from the puppet side. Now come to the lower part of the page. After the eyes, Geppetto made the nose, which began to stretch. As soon as it was finished, it stretched and stretched till it became so long it seemed endless. After making the forehead, the hair, the eyes, Geppetto came to make the nose of the puppet. He made the nose of the puppet. And when he made the nose of the puppet, it automatically started stretching it. The nose of the puppet automatically started elongating itself and it stretched so much that it seemed endless. You can see in the book, here this boy is there and he has such a long nose. Poor Geppetto kept cutting it, but the more he cut, the longer grew that nose. Poor Geppetto, he was so tired of that nose, he tried to cut it again and again, but the more he was cutting down the nose, the longer it was stretching. Finally, he let it alone. Finally, when he was tired, he left the nose alone. He stopped cutting the nose any further. Next, he made the mouth. After he made the eyes, after he made the nose, now he comes to the mouth. Now he is making the mouth of the puppet. No sooner had he finished it than it began to laugh at him. "Stop laughing," said Geppetto angrily. The mouth stopped laughing, but it stuck out a long tongue. It stuck out a long tongue at Geppetto. What happened next? After Geppetto made the mouth of the puppet, it started laughing at Geppetto. That puppet started laughing at Geppetto. And wishing to start a fight, Geppetto went on with his work. Geppetto was in no mood to fight with the puppet. He did not want to quarrel with the puppet. So he went on with his work. He kept doing his work. As he was about to put the last touches on the fingertips, Geppetto felt his wig being pulled off. When Geppetto was done doing his eyes, he was done making the puppet's nose, he was done making the puppet's mouth, and the rest of the body, then he went to the finger, and when he was putting the last touches on the fingertips, but these are your fingertips, right? So when Geppetto was putting last touches on the fingertips, he was refining the fingertips. Geppetto felt that his wig was pulled off. The wig that Geppetto wear on his head. What is wig? Wig are artificial hair. You must have seen someone or the other wearing artificial hair on their head. So when the fingertips were made, the fingers were made, what did the puppet do? He pulled off the wig. He pulled off that artificial hair of Geppetto's head. Pinocchio, give me my wig, he ordered. What did Geppetto do then? Geppetto shouted at Pinocchio. He ordered Pinocchio that please give me back my wig. But instead of giving it back, Pinocchio had put it on his own head, which almost disappeared in it. Instead of giving back his wig, instead of returning the wig to Geppetto, what did Pinocchio do? He put that wig on his head and it disappeared from there. Pinocchio, you wicked, what is disappeared? Disappeared is when you no longer can see something. Something vanishes. When something vanishes, that is disappeared. That it is not seen. You cannot see it. Pinocchio, you wicked boy, Geppetto cried out. Geppetto cried out. He said it so loudly that Pinocchio, you wicked boy, you're a wicked boy. But what is wicked? Wicked is behaving very badly. When you behave badly, when you don't follow the rules of your elders, when you don't listen to someone, you are being wicked. So Geppetto cried out loudly. He said loudly, Pinocchio, you wicked boy. Old Geppetto became very sad at Pinocchio's naughtiness. Old Geppetto then became very sad. He was so sad at Pinocchio's naughtiness. He wiped away a tear and continued his work. The legs and feet still had to be made. The old Geppetto was very sad. He was very sad with Pinocchio's naughtiness, Pinocchio's wickedness. Then he wiped away his tear, and he continued to work. He then again started to work further. But till now, he only had made his hair, Geppetto has only made Pinocchio's hair, forehead, eyes, nose, lips, the upper part of the body and his hands. The rest of the body is yet to be made. So what did Geppetto do? He was very tired of Pinocchio's naughtiness, but instead of being tired of his naughtiness, he wiped away a tear and he started to work. He again continued to work. Legs and feet were still remaining to be made. As soon as they were done, he took hold of Puppet under the arms and put him on the floor to teach him to walk. Pinocchio's legs were so stiff that he could not move them. Geppetto held his hand and showed him how to put out one foot after the other. You can see in this picture also that Geppetto is teaching Pinocchio how to walk. Once Geppetto was done making Pinocchio's legs and foot, when he had made the puppet's legs and foot, what did he do? He put that puppet on the floor to walk. But Pinocchio's legs were very stiff because they were made of wood. So they were very stiff. Stiff is when something is not, you are not able to move something or bend something, that is stiff. So Pinocchio's legs were very stiff and he could not move properly. So Geppetto held his hand and taught him how to walk. Please turn the page and come to page number 70. Okay. When Pinocchio had learned to walk by himself, he ran all around open door, and with one leap, he was out onto the street. When Pinocchio learned to walk, after Geppetto taught Pinocchio how to walk properly, Pinocchio was running all around the room. He was very naughty. As we have seen, Pinocchio was very wicked. So he was running all around the room, and soon after, in one leap only, he was on the streets. He went down the street. Away he ran. Poor Geppetto ran after him, but he was unable to catch him, for Pinocchio ran in leaps and bounds. Poor Geppetto, the word poor is used for Geppetto because he was very tired, he was so old. So Geppetto tried running after Pinocchio. After Pinocchio left the room, he went to the street. Geppetto tried chasing him, Geppetto tried catching him, going after him, but Pinocchio was running in leaps and bounds. That means Pinocchio was running very quickly. So Geppetto was not able to catch him. His two wooden feet, as they beat on the stones of the street, made as much noise as 20 people walking with wooden shoes. What fun it was! Pinocchio's two little feet. Pinocchio had two little feet, and when he was running on the street, it made sound of that of 20 people walking in wooden shoes. Pinocchio's two little feet made the sound which was equal to 20 people walking in wooden shoes. 20 people walking wearing wooden shoes. It was really fun. Geppetto loved Pinocchio a lot. He sold his coat to send Pinocchio to school. But he was a naughty boy. He left school with his friend to join the circus. He faced many troubles during his journey and was always helped by a fairy called the Blue Fairy. Soon he began to miss Geppetto. Okay, now Geppetto loved Pinocchio a lot because Geppetto had made it. Geppetto himself had made that, Geppetto had converted that piece of wood into Pinocchio. He has converted that piece of wood into a puppet boy. So he loved Pinocchio very much. So what did he do? He sold his coat to send Pinocchio to school, just so that Pinocchio can study, Pinocchio can do something in life. He sold his coat and sent him to school. But as you people know, Pinocchio was very naughty. So what did he do? He left the school and he joined the circus. And he started to he began working at the circus. While he was in his journey, Pinocchio faced many problems. When he left the school and went to the circus and started working over there, Pinocchio faced many problems. But there was this one fairy, her name was Blue Fairy, and she always used to help Pinocchio. Finally, soon after, Pinocchio started to miss Geppetto. He was missing Geppetto now. Upon searching for him, Pinocchio heard that Geppetto had been eaten by a huge whale. When he went to find the whale, he too was swallowed by it. When Pinocchio started missing Geppetto, what did he do? He started searching for him. He started looking here and there for Geppetto, and he found out that Geppetto was eaten by a whale. He was swallowed by a huge whale. When he went to find the whale, when Pinocchio went to find the whale to find Geppetto, he was too swallowed by it. But swallow is something when you put something in your mouth and you do not eat it. For example, if you are putting something in your mouth and you are not eating it and it directly goes down your throat, that is swallowing something without chewing it. If you are not chewing it, if you are putting it in your mouth and it goes directly down, that is, if you gulp it down your throat, that is swallowing. So, when Pinocchio searched for the whale and Pinocchio went to search for Geppetto, he too was gulped down, he too was swallowed down by the whale. Fortunately, Pinocchio found Geppetto living inside the whale's stomach. Fortunately, why they use the word fortunately? Because Pinocchio wanted to find Geppetto. He was missing Geppetto. So fortunately enough, luckily enough, Pinocchio found Geppetto living inside the whale's stomach. Where was Geppetto living? Inside the whale's stomach. Together they made a plan to come out of the stomach. They began tickling the whale's stomach. The whale sneezed and threw Pinocchio and Geppetto out. Together, when Pinocchio and Geppetto were together in the whale's stomach, they made a plan that they have to come out anyhow. So, what did they do? They began to tickle the whale's stomach and they were out of it. The whale sneezed and threw Pinocchio and Geppetto out. Then the whale sneezed because her stomach was so ticklish. She sneezed and she threw Pinocchio and Geppetto out. On seeing Pinocchio's bravery, the blue fairy was very happy. Remember the fairy that helped Pinocchio all throughout his journey? Yes, that fairy was very happy on seeing how Pinocchio was so brave. She turned Pinocchio into a real flesh and blood boy. From that day, Pinocchio became a good boy and never missed school again. Being so happy with Pinocchio's bravery, what did Blue Fairy do? Blue Fairy turned him into a real boy. What is flesh and blood boy? Flesh and blood is like we have the flesh, we have blood inside us. Pinocchio also got the flesh and blood, and he was a living being like you and me. He was a person like you and me, and after that day he became a very good boy and never missed school again. Bache, that was it about the story. I hope you had fun reading the story. In the next class, we will be doing the next chapter. I will be explaining the next chapter. I think that it is a poem. I will be explaining this poem, that is Full Moon, in the next class.